Okay, hello again. We are in another Z06 with a Z07 package. The big difference this time is this is the automatic, which actually shouldn't make too big of a difference on the figure 8 because if you recall from the manual, we actually didn't shift because the gear spacing's so long. But we'll give this a try. The upside is this Z06 or the previous Z06 we tested, the manual one I tested earlier, the alignment was kind of wonky. Apparently it had 2 degrees of rear caster, which probably explains a little bit of the stability I was experiencing. Instability. The 2 degrees of rear caster would explain the instability I was experiencing in that car. Let me double check the data logger. Make sure that's running. Okay, cards in the data logger. Let that load. Yeah, so the last Z06 manual with the Z07 package had 2 degrees of rear caster, which is bad. Ideally, it had 0 degrees of rear caster. And this one has the right settings, so it should be a bit better behaved on a corner entry. I've got my tire pressures up, I've got my HUD up. It takes a little bit to heat everything up, but we are in track mode. We're gonna let the transmission shift itself. Let's see what we can do here. Now we'll try performance traction management just to see how that works in race. It's getting used to the braking capability you have in this car because you have so much. I'm still braking a little early. There we go. God, there's so much fucking grip in this thing. How much PTM is cutting in, and admittedly I'm being a little sloppy, being very sloppy with my throttle inputs because I'm kind of resting on I'm kind of using PTM as a crutch. Also, the transmission's getting caught up between second and third quite a bit, so it's kind of downshifting as I'm coming out, which is leading to oversteer, which PTM is managing. I'll do one more and then we'll try it with off. PTM disengaged. And then I'm also going to go into manual mode because I don't like how it's getting caught up between gears 2 and 3 near the exit. Automatic upshift, which it wasn't given. Oh, too fast in. I wish it would still auto upshift, because frankly this thing's going so fast. And I'm over slowing for that corner there. And it's so much better behaved on entry versus the other one. Nothing like oversteer into 3rd gear. Now the car's getting hot. Oh man. Whew. This is a badass car. So much better on entry here with the caster set properly. Oh my god, it turns in so much better. I was fighting that previous Z06 on entry here. Man, this car is fast. There's so much grip in this car. You almost can't believe how hard you can go into the corners. Like, I just kept turning in harder and harder and harder, and just going like, oh my god, I can go faster, can I? This is insane. Oh, jeez. The braking performance is just otherworldly. I was over-slowing consistently for the corner we're going through right now, just because I was not expecting it to stop as much as it did. My brain kept telling me to brake earlier than I was, so I probably left some time on the table there. The power is incredible, but it's also really easy to manage. Frankly, you can treat that. The throttle is nice and long. You can sort of just meter it out carefully by increments of 100-pound feet, because you're working with so much in here. It's really easy and controllable to come out of a corner with just the right amount of throttle in it. Oh my god, this car is incredible. I'm sweating right now. I'm actually sweating. I'm not shaking, but I am sweating because you're going so fast in this thing, from like the acceleration, the braking, the lateral capabilities. Like, it has so much power, so much braking performance, and so much cornering grip that it demands a lot of concentration. But at the same time, it isn't like difficult or scary. Like, it's just like, all right, I can do this. This is amazing. As you can probably tell, PTM was kind of making me drive a lot more sloppily, or I was driving, I don't want to blame it on PTM, I was driving really sloppily with PTM engaged. Really cumbersome throttle applications, trying to counter steer out of slides I was expecting when PTM took over, and it kind of made the car feel a little unwieldy. But when I turned everything off, the balance was fantastic. I gotta give Chevy a lot of credit on the balance with everything off. What happens is the figure 8 is just sometimes it just confuses cars. It's just something involved with the track. This This is an idealized, I mean, this is not a road course. It's supposed to be kind of a mobile road course, but it's not a road course. So you approach corners a little differently in this car than you do, on this track, than you do other tracks, other actual race tracks. So sometimes just the nature of the figure eight test can upset systems that would otherwise work fine. Having used PTM on road courses, I can tell you that it's a fantastic system. It just doesn't seem to work that well going around the figure eight. Similarly, the shift programming, I had no problem just manually controlling it and going from second gear to third gear. The gearing in this must be shorter than the Z06 because I was shifting from second to three, and I wasn't doing that with the Z06. So we're definitely going to be using a lot more RPM in this car than we would be in the manual. The automatic would get hung up, you know, couldn't really decide between second or third. Sometimes it would lug out in third, sometimes it would go, you know, balls out in second. And that would just be, again, the result of just the figure eight test. The manual, the automatic control on Big Willow that we've tested has worked fine. It's just the figure eight can sometimes just create these funky behaviors. Temps, our oil temp is up. Didn't hit red, but it got close. That's why I stopped lapping it. Otherwise, I'd continue going because this is a ton of fun. Let's check our temps. Otherwise, where's our water temp? Is that going to be in the performance settings? Otherwise, just an absolute hell of a car. Like, this is just a fantastic freaking car. I cannot believe how much car you get for your money here. Because this is just incredible. Yeah, coolant's not bad, just our oil temp is up. Man, bravo Chevy, this thing is absolutely wicked. Automatic versus manual, I don't think you can go wrong with either transmission. I might have a manual just because it's kind of fun, but the automatic certainly is making a case for itself here. I preferred manual mode with the automatic around this course, just for the sake of being able to predict the shifts a bit more accurately than just sort of relying on my throttle control to engage or to call for a shift. So in this specific figure eight test, which is not indicative of the real world completely, it does give a rough approximation, but it's not completely accurate. I think I prefer the manual mode over the automatic mode. But otherwise, whew, what a freaking machine here. This car is amazing. God. So we're gonna try a few more laps, basically because I want to keep driving this car. I think I can collect a better lap time. Our pressures are up a little bit, probably a bit too high, but I just kind of want to drive it a bit more and see if I can string together a lap. At this rate of speed, it's so hard to get everything perfectly right because, you know, I'm not a pro driver. I'm just a guy who tests cars. So we'll see what we can do. Okay, yeah. Just that little, yep, little bit. That lets me know I'm right at the limit, but isn't enough to slow me down. Ah, running out of brakes. I'm going to do is I'm going to take back what I said about the Z06 being too much car, because that was based on a car that had 2 degrees rear caster. This one is set up perfectly, and I absolutely adore it. This is a fantastic freaking car. Oh my God. I was just able to just get it right on its edge, right in the entry phase, and that felt so good because it tells you exactly how much left you have in the car. Oh, that was awesome. This thing is fantastic. I wasn't hot on the other one, obviously, because it wasn't handling right. Now that this is set up the right way, this is a badass car. Holy Christ. Oh man, what a machine.